I just woke up and there's dolphins and sea lions playing in the water right offshore. It's so peaceful.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
Welcome back. We left you last time right here, at this little camp spot along Chile's Carretera Austral. Today we continue meandering our way along this spectacular road. So come along and enjoy the views. So I was going to talk about the road that we're on.
Yeah.
Carretera. Is that how you say Carretera Austral?
Or Carretera.
Carretera Austral.
That's how I say it.
But super pretty. I didn't expect so much traffic, and it's prime time right now for anyone who's out here to be driving this road, and it is like pretty much maybe 1.5 lanes, which is fine. It's a good road if you're by yourself, but then the locals drive like crazy people out here. They know not to go off the bridge of the road because on either side it's pretty steep and it's just loose gravel. So it gets really interesting passing people because the locals don't really move over.
Yeah, and it depends if it's a bus or a dump truck. You know, they kind of go, yeah, I'm big, I've got the right of way. If I get sliding sideways into the crown, I'm screwed. So you figure it out, which is sort of understandable, but it is.
It's not the most relaxing drive. Like, I kind of expected just to be like, like taking in the views and stopping whenever you want. And you can't really stop unless you can get out of the road.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it's different than I expected. Super pretty.
Yeah. It's actually living up to pretty darn high expectations in terms of the views.
Yeah.
And you are just constantly going, wow, wow, wow. We weren't making videos when we did our honeymoon, but it reminds me of when we were going up the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah.
And we're just driving along in areas we hadn't seen before in life, just going, wow.
And you're like, we gotta stop saying wow, and then you turn around another corner and go, whoa! But yeah, it is.
So it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not disappointing, but like you said,
it's surprising.
If there's a disappointment, it's because you're not on some super remote road cruising along. It's, quite a few locals trucks flying real fast. There's dump trucks, there's delivery trucks, because all the towns south of us are supplied. You got two choices: either a little barge or a boat can come all the way down from a larger city in some pretty rough waters. So it looked like most of them had some sort of a barge, but that or trucks. And so you're flying along, like Kelsey said, essentially a 1.5 lane road. But it's totally worth it. I feel bad for the folks all cycling it, so we slow down to almost nothing to pass them.
It's dusted every time.
I mean, they're getting dusted out by every truck and every car flying along, and it just seems dangerous. So for me to say this is amazing, like, we don't mean to be negative on the Carretera. It is awesome, and for overlanding, you got to do it. It's awesome, and it even lives up, I think, to our views.
And we found great campsites each night too, with no one around. So
the only thing we'd say is bring supplies, and there's more traffic than we thought there was. I think those are the two sort of negatives, I guess you'd say. And we just ran through Cabo. Get diarrhea across the whole road. So if it's a landmine, I miss it. But this was
he set up a special.
This was a full bombing run across the.
Colors out here are just unbelievable. I mean, the views, I knew they'd be incredible, but still mind-blowing. Way beyond expectations.
Over the next 2 weeks, we wanted to make some miles north. We knew our time in South America was winding down, and we had so much we wanted to see in Chile. The thought that putting Goose on a ship would come sooner than later was in the back of our minds. And although we hadn't made any plans just yet, we knew it was something we'd need to start thinking about soon. Just ahead were some marble caves, so we hopped in a boat to check them out.
Doing touristy stuff.
Time traveler through the ages. Love, love. I know love when I'm cold. I know love when I'm in love. I know love, yeah, when I feel it. There's no life without love. There's no fighting without heart. I know love, yeah, when I feel it.
Like it's been cleaved off, but I think all natural.
I know truth when I'm told, and I've seen war, and I've come home, and I know love, yeah, when I feel it. There's no hope without fear. You never learn to battle it if you don't keep it near. And I know love, yeah, when I feel it. I don't need my eyes to see her face. I don't need my ears to hear her voice. I don't need my lungs to sing her grace. All I need is heart, all I need is heart. I don't need my eyes to see her face. I don't need my ears to hear her voice. I don't need my lungs to sing her grace. All I need is heart, all I need is heart.
After that, it was time to find our spot for the night. This is camp for tonight, just off the main road, maybe not even a kilometer, like a half kilometer off the road, right next to a river, tucked into the trees, and it's raining, drizzling right now, but it's been steadily raining, so yeah, I think it'll be a cozy movie night tonight. As we made our way north, things got slowly but steadily more civilized. Beautiful paved roads, fully stocked grocery stores, and coffee shops. And with these luxuries, more and more tourists. But we were still able to find some nice campsites, and the views continued to blow our minds.
Okay. Had to show you guys camp tonight. It's definitely a good one. It's epic. It's ridiculous, frankly. If that were the view from the truck, that's beautiful. That would be enough. But that's not even the best of it. This is just where I walked over to go see what was near camp and see if there's any trash or anything. No trash. Very pretty. Steep enough hill to get down here next to the river that you know you're not really going to see anybody unless they're maybe on a dirt bike or bike travelers, which we always love to see anyways. Goose hanging out right here. Little fire pit over there. A swing, so I guess that's kind of trash, but kind of not. It's oddly kind of cool because it's like kept up and then there's no trash, but it's also kind of trash. Look at this river. What? Ours. Not a person in sight. No tire tracks. Nothing. Well, our tire tracks. And somebody's probably from a week ago, so I'm lying. Amazing. This is the kind of stuff I pictured when we were coming all this way. Patagonia, unspoiled, spots we can park goose and then explore from there, you know, fly fish in a river, go hike across if we want to. A little cold to swim, but if the sun's out tomorrow, I will. Just epic. I mean, look at that. Mountains are starting to disappear. There's some massive mountains that we're just showing right here, but they're starting to disappear as this storm rolls in. I was gonna fly fish, but I'm thinking it's gonna have to be tomorrow. It is, guess what time of day it is right now? It's about 7:30 p.m. Sun's still up pretty high. So, wild. I'm gonna do a pan without my ugly face in it.
There's so many.
You hand it to me and I'll do it. Oh my god, just little curly-cue butts wiggling through.
Pigs in camp.
So freaking cute.
Well, not that one.
Well, big mama there. Don't trust her. Oh man, those babies. So cute.
So adorable. They went somewhere up here. Hi guys.
That's not the right noise.
I don't think that's real. I think this seems dangerous.
You guys are so cute.
Your mom's down here.
Yep. That animal's heart can go in us and work. Isn't that mind-blowing?
It is.
Maybe that's why we think they're so cute. They're just so closely related. It's like, oh, crazy
That one.
cousin Edna.
That one not so cute.
No, but
These guys? Aww.
she's worked a long, hard life, I'm sure.
I gave her some more bread. She was happy.
Good.
The next morning we hopped on a ferry. This one was a lot bigger than the last, and sadly it wasn't free. We made it the 3-hour tour. Actually, it was like 4 hours.
Yeah, I think it's 4
on the
plus,
ferry.
but that was the longest ferry we've been on. But it wasn't bad. We just walked around the boat and then sat in the truck and watched movies, and then walked around the boat and then hung out. So
We made dinner.
yeah. So now it's 8:45 p.m. and we'll just find a nice remote camp somewhere nearby.
I don't
Call
know
it a
how
night, I
remote
think.
it'll be, but at least if it's out of town, it should be okay.
Yeah,
I think.
remote just meaning
Just a place to
free.
sleep.
Yeah, not paid.
Yeah. Of course, the camera battery died literally the second that we were going off the ferry, so I missed part of getting off the ferry. And
Yep.
the battery is all the way in the back, so I can't easily get to it because I was charging it, but I waited too
You
long.
missed our disembarkation, but it's funny. It's like a different town than we've seen. I think because now we're on a side that with land
It's
would
connected
connect
to something.
Yeah.
So we are now on our way to find a camp spot. Guess what time it is? 9 p.m. and it's still very bright outside. Don't need headlights right now to drive.
Yeah, and it's in a storm.
Yeah.
And so if you could see the sun, it would be more dramatic, I think. And now that we're heading more north, it's actually getting dark sooner.
Yeah, it's funny how your sleeping patterns, especially when you're kind of living outside, really depend on the sun. We,
Yeah.
kind of wake up and go to bed with the sun.
Yeah.
So our sleeping habits have really changed.
Those masks that
Yeah,
it's so
sleep
funny
mask.
because in the U.S., I mean, I rarely would use one. I can't think of a reason why.
I would never use them, yeah.
And then on this trip, whoa, it's been the best thing ever. And little stuff too, like having the windscreen in the front or anything you can cut the sun coming in the morning, or when you go to bed and it's 9 at night and the sun's still going to be up for an hour and a half. Man,
Anyways, hopefully we find a good place to camp tonight. Ready to crawl into bed. Hopefully
Yeah.
it gets dark soon.
awesome.
So cool. Tim took the camera down there. Just woke up and there's dolphins and sea lions playing in the water right offshore. So peaceful. It smells so good. Oh, it's sea lions. It's pretty cool.
Well, we got in here pretty late last night, so we couldn't see anything. We knew we were on. It's a bay in the ocean, but it's the ocean. It's kind of cool to be back at the ocean, or saltwater or whatever. We've been watching seals and dolphins cruising by all morning. It's just so different. We've been so many mountains, so many glaciers, so many icy blue water, lakes and rivers, and catching trout on a river and maybe salmon, and now all of a sudden we're at the most ocean spot ever. It looks like, I don't know, somewhere in Ireland or Scotland or something. It's pretty cool. There's our camp up there. Pretty big tidal swing, as you can see. This is nice. We're just trying to slow back down and enjoy the trip. I think there's a part of me that's realizing it's not that far from being over. And I think we make ourselves feel better by saying, look, we're not going to stay at home. We're going to work as much as we can. Inconvenience ourselves as much as possible by not... that sounds so stupid. But, I mean, for the purpose of saving money. So we're not going to move back into the house that we worked on together for, I don't know, a couple of years. We're going to keep renting it. And if we do that, we live out of Goose in the US and couch surf and get an Airbnb occasionally and something like that. We're hoping we can earn enough money to go again, but right now that's all hopes. So I just think we're kind of realizing that at least this journey is not too far from being over. About a month left, I think, which might sound like a really long time, but it goes so fast. You know, when you start looking at it as just day-to-day life, it goes really quick. I would have killed to have a month in South America before this trip, and I still would, but now a month seems very short and starts feeling like you're heading towards the final destination. So trying to remember to slow down and enjoy it, soak it all in.
I want a pig.
I want one too. I want bacon.
You've been coveting Mexican food.
At this point, Tex-Mex will work.
So we may go to an Irish pub in a small Chilean town on the Carretera Austral and get a burrito on the recommendation of an American that lives in China. Awesome.
It all comes around
It all
somehow.
comes together.
Not fall down.